Good morning, everyone. My name is Diane Kazarian, and I'm very proud to be here today. And I'm also proud to be the first female managing partner of a major city for PwC in like 1,000 years. A recent report from Lean.org showed that our progress around diversity over the last 4 years has been stalled. And this is absolutely unacceptable and certainly not where we want to be here in Canada, and we cannot and will not be stalled. We live in a very special place. Canada is a beacon in the world when it comes to diversity and inclusion. Our society is often referenced as a model for inclusion when it comes to equality and multiculturalism. Our universities in Canada also produce a diverse set of top graduates, and therefore the pool of our talent here is absolutely awesome. With Move the Dial, we have the opportunity to be leaders in diversity globally, starting right here, today, and now. And so why does this make sense? All eyes are on us globally as we lead tech and innovation in Toronto, Montreal, and across Canada, as Elevate demonstrated just a few short weeks ago. This is our moment, and we absolutely must keep it going. At PwC, we've put real commitment behind our award-winning Women in Leadership program that focuses on inspiring, supporting, and sponsoring our top talent mid-career women. More important than this global award and recognition is the real impact that this is making in our firm as measured by graduates who are partners, a significant increase in our retention rates, and a healthy partner executive pipeline. With this program, we've proven that men and women working together can crack the code, and we've sparked a cultural transformation at PwC, and this is led by the business. And this has put us on a path to achieving our goal of 50-50 new partners by 2020. Today, we sit at 43% female partners in our firm, and I'm very proud of that. So I just want to read a few words to you and just have a listen. Intentional, authentic, self-aware, vulnerable, empowering, fierce, fiery, open. From the moment that I met Jodi, her passion and determination was absolutely contagious, and I witnessed her moving the dial for women every day, one by one, and putting absolutely her heart and her head into creating this movement. It is for these reasons that we have put our full PwC brand behind her and have become one of her proudest founding partners of Move the Dial. And Jodi has been quoted as saying, and I say, quote, "If we want to lead the way in innovation, we can't let women sit on the sidelines. We have too much to gain with a more inclusive and diverse sector and industry. And this is not just a business imperative, but a moral one as well." And as we are here today, all of us together, I say that this is not a woman's issue. It is a business imperative for both men and women together. And we in Canada can be leaders globally to move the dial. And I believe that Jodi is absolutely the catalyst to change the world. And I invite you today to step up to this movement. Let's be present together. Let's come together as a community of like-minded leaders. And let's realize the enormous opportunity to support economic prosperity and the innovation economy in Canada and beyond. Now, in the spirit of men and women working together, I'd like to introduce Jeff Fettes, founder of 24/7 Intouch and Lively, and a massive supporter of Jodi's, to say a few words. Jeff.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm so proud to be a financial backer of the Move the Dial organization. So this is the organization that has put this all together. For those of you that were there last night with us at the Move the Dial welcome dinner, we heard some amazing stories about how this movement was conceived and about our founder, Jodi Kovitz. Last night after Jodi had introduced me during the evening, a lot of people stopped by to ask me about how I chose to get involved with this. How do you decide to financially back a movement? How do you choose to invest in something like this? Why Jodi? There's a parable that I've heard that really always resonated with me, and it goes like this. One evening, an elderly Cherokee told his granddaughter about a battle that goes on inside all people. The battle, he said, is between two wolves. One is full of anger, envy, jealousy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego. But the other is full of joy, peace, love, hope, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, and compassion. The granddaughter thought about it for a minute and then asked, "Which wolf wins?" And the old Cherokee replied, "The one that you feed." Jodi is a lawyer, she's a CEO, a board member, a mother, a lifelong philanthropist, and as many of you know, a force of nature. She's been recognized as one of Adweek's Toronto brand stars, and the Women's Executive Network named her as one of Canada's top 100 most powerful women. She's been a part of a number of charitable organizations for the 15 plus years that I've known her. As a member of the Sick Kids Foundation Capital Campaign Cabinet, Jodi is part of a team that is helping to raise $1.3 billion, that was billion with a B, to transform children's health. Forbes called her an innate entrepreneur leading with purpose, impact, and, most importantly, acts of kindness. She's someone that I'm so personally inspired by, someone I feel so lucky to know personally. She's the founder of Move the Dial, the reason that we're all here, my friend, Jodi Kovitz.
You're gonna be awesome.
Welcome. I'm so overjoyed right now. There was a moment this was a dream. So in addition to all of those amazing things that Jeff said, my most important job is that I'm mom to Lily, who's here today somewhere. Hi, Lily. There are so many incredible people in the world making strides at advancing women leaders and women in tech. And to be able to gather so many people in one room around our collective mission, something that we share, that we're values aligned about here today, is truly a dream come true for me. It isn't lost on me how momentous this day is, that we are all here together. Days like this are ones that inspire real change in the world. The diversity of thought that's going to be in this room today will be unparalleled. And that diversity of thought is exactly what we need to do together to solve for the gender gap in this industry. There are so many amazing humans on the agenda. I am so excited for what's in store for you. One of them is Lisa Listen. She has championed me in a way I can't even put into words. And without her, none of us would be here. I recall when I got offered my first job as CEO. It was an amazing community organization called PeerScale. It's a peer-to-peer organization through which CEOs can support and learn and grow from one another. And they very forward-thinkingly had appointed me to be their CEO. And I had this opportunity, and I called Lisa and I said, I don't think I can do this. I have no idea how to be a CEO. And she said, little bird, get out of your cage. It's time to fly. And you've got this, and when you don't, I've got you. Lisa, thank you. Today is going to be jam-packed. I'm warning you. We have many amazing, amazing people in a super short period of time. Thank you so much to all of our speakers, many of whom came from very far away. Thank you for going out of your way to join us today. While this will be a very long day, I really invite you to enjoy every single ounce of this special program. Step deeply into this room. Put your phone down between your tweets. Connect with each other, with this community, and take in this big moment, what we can do together. Take this as an opportunity to grow, to be present, and to reflect. It will be so much more meaningful for you that way. Thank you so much to all of our speakers for being here. While I'm at the thank yous, I am so excited to thank our title sponsor, TD. They really went out of their way to believe in us and to back this vision when it was just that. We deeply appreciate your belief in and your commitment to advancing the participation and leadership of all women in technology. Another very special thank you to our speaker sponsor, Munich RE. We sought to bring a diverse set of very fresh voices to the Canadian stage, and you enabled us to do that. Each of these partnerships began with a single person. And that's really what the message of today is. We are grateful that the entire organization is funding us and all of the amazing committed leaders. But it took one, and then two, and then three people to then convince Inside to make this happen. So Saima at TD and Puneet Bakshi at Munich RE, we thank you. And in addition to our title sponsor and our speaker sponsor, we have over 90 of you sponsoring and partnering today to make this event possible, and that we are deeply, deeply grateful that you have done that, and to enable us to have a welcome dinner last night for our speakers and our sponsors, and an incredible founder breakfast this morning. They're joining us shortly. We have over 60 female founders collected from across the country, and some from the US, even one who took a bus 13 hours to join us, having breakfast and connecting meaningfully with venture capital. So they're joining us up in the balcony in a little bit. So we're so grateful that you were able to make this possible. Thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you for your support and commitment, because it's so much more than just about investing in us. It was really about you going out of your way as our community partners and our sponsors to enable us to come together today. You all got behind us early to fund our operations and programs and to partner together to drive meaningful and lasting change. We would never be here without you today. Small acts, whoops, it's okay, that happens, human. Small acts, big change. Margaret Mead once said, never to doubt what a small, thoughtful group of people can achieve. Move the Dial started that way, with just a few committed individuals. And ultimately, it became a village. A huge thank you today to our Move the Dial team, our over 85 Move the Dial champions who all lean in and support in different ways, and to our over 70 volunteers today. Thank you. I am so excited and grateful that through an innovative partnership with Plan International Canada and the Knowledge Society, this morning we have 200 youth off-site learning to solve big world problems using technology, and that this afternoon, those 200 youth aged 14 to 24 will join us The question I've been asked recently is, why is it so important to me to bring these youth out to this event? I have only been able to become what I could see. It's so important that our future leaders have the opportunity to hear from and see who they can become. And in this room today, I am humbled by the collection of incredible role models and leaders and great thinkers that these youth need to see to be full of hope and optimism and joy and all the opportunity that the future holds for all of us. I can look up to you. This is our theme today. As Move the Dial has grown, I have realized that action stems from a simple choice. Will you be someone who goes out of your way? In big ways, like making a commitment to diversity, inclusion, and belonging as a strategic priority and investing in it, in the way that one of my great heroes, Mark Benioff and his incredible equality team did at Salesforce. Molly Q. Ford is opening today, and it literally is a dream come true for me that we are going to start this day with the Salesforce story. That is a North Star to me of what you need to do to move the dial. Or in small ways, like creating a connection or a learning opportunity for somebody, sending an email. Reshma Sojani, who we're going to hear from today, happened because one man, my friend Sheetal Jaitley, sent an email to his friend that I got to have lunch with. I couldn't get to her team myself. That email changed the entire experience for all of us. It's really that simple. Why? Because we're building technologies for men and women, but these technologies are predominantly built by men. I am not here to say that we need more women in tech simply because it's a moral imperative, but it is. Or because it drives better business outcomes, which it does. But primarily, I believe that with more women at the design and leadership tables, we will improve the chances that we will now be able to build technology that is incredible and can transform all of our lives in the future. Something interesting happened recently that really illustrates for me what I mean by go out of your way. A few months ago, I saw an Instagram post by Sheryl Sandberg, COO of Facebook, one of my heroes, about this incredible dance duo, one of which, Peter, uses a wheelchair, who you'll meet today and see. Up there, you see Marisa Hamamoto. After recovering from being temporarily paralyzed from a stroke, she founded an incredible dance company that empowers people with disability. I loved the post so much that I met with Marisa when I was in LA with my teammate Corey and invited her and Peter to come today to this event and perform. You will be absolutely blown away by them. But the important thing to note here is that this all stemmed from a little tiny action that Sheryl took. She took 30 seconds, maybe 45, it was a really well done post, and she told the story, and she shared this photo. This is going out of your way to share about Marisa and what she has built, and that brought Marisa to us. And frankly, the 30 seconds that Sheryl took to send me a personal email after drove me to find the grit and power inside of me to bring this to you. Even though I don't normally tell that story, that 30 seconds changed my life. Going out of your way can be as big as sponsorship for an event, but it can be as simple as a social post. So that is the theme for this event, going out of your way. We are so excited to be launching the framework of our new tech platform, Move the Dial Connect, today. You'll see about that later. It's just one piece that we're trying of so many pieces of this puzzle that will serve to scale our global network that we're building through creating meaningful, authentic, curated connections and opportunities for our up-and-coming women to connect with our incredible, supportive network of champions and you. Stay tuned. We're super excited to announce next year, November 14th, venue to be announced this afternoon. We had a waiting list of hundreds and hundreds before we even launched the summit. We were very careful to make sure everybody had a seat and that the youth have space when they come in. So while it doesn't look full, we have a massive waiting list and many more people joining us today and thousands on the live stream. Thank you to our incredible sponsors. Cor, thank you. Grateful. So we're moving to a bigger venue for next year. One final thing. If you stop and actually look around this room, there are plenty of people that you can help in some way. You and me. So please, if you take one thing from today, it's to ask yourself the question of how can I go out of my way? Will you go out of your way to get the most value you possibly can out of today?